Of the night coming up here.
Yeah, we have seen a night full of debuts, and the interesting thing about this fight is 3-2 may not seem like a very experienced record for Spencer Kline, but when you have 5 fights, 5 times he's had the opportunity to climb in front of the cage, in front of the people in the audience, and this is Grant's first time in there. So we'll see kind of what happens here with that experience difference between Spencer and Grant here in our 6th bout of the evening.
So, what do you kind of expect to see out of the difference between a 3-2 guy and a debut guy? I mean, hopefully the debut guy's got some time in the gym and stuff, but what kind of things do you expect from that kind of experience?
Well, I mean, I think I expect to see Spencer Kline a little more at ease in there, a little less gun shy. Both these guys look pretty well put together, pretty athletic guys. I mean, you can tell that they spend some time in the gym. So we'll see. I expect, like I said, Spencer Kline to not keep his gun in the holster quite as long as I would expect Grant to here tonight.
Do you think these two are going to keep
Fight
it on
fans,
their,
this contest.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. This is my first time seeing both these guys. I would say, especially in the amateur fights, especially with debuts, you like I said, tend to see the guy a little gun
This
shy.
fight is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in an LCS catchweight at 190 pounds. Brought to you by Whiting Signs and Coors Light. Introducing first, fighting out of the Regatas Auto Center blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 6'3", weighed in 193 pounds. He holds an amateur record, 1 win, 0 defeats. Training at a New Age Academy in fighting out of Winter, South Dakota, Grant Galbraith. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the GNC red corner, is a freestyle fighter standing 6'1", weighed in 189.4 pounds. He holds an amateur record, 3 wins, 2 defeats. Training independently in fighting out of Rock Springs, Wyoming, Spencer Kline. Referee is Tom Milstead.
All right, here we go, guys. We are getting that cage door locked. We are ready to go. We've got Galbraith and Kline about to get to work. Kline right away with the outside leg kick.
Kicks exchange back and forth.
Both guys can rock 'em, sock 'em robots here. We're trading right hands inside the pocket. Galbraith has Kline up against the fence, working his dirty boxing while you see Kline looking to work. Nice elbow from Kline. And you can see Galbraith looking for a possible head and arm choke. He doesn't really, or head and arm throw here. He doesn't really have the position for it. He'd be better suited to do what he's doing now. Square up with his hips. Big right hook from Kline. And we're back on the outside. Outside leg kick from Kline. Straight right hand from Galbraith.
Heavy hands from both fighters tonight.
Well, and I'm happy to see that Grant's coming in right now, and he's not really looking to back out of this exchange here. He's looking to throw that straight right hand, and he's throwing it heavy.
These two sure bouncing around this octagon here.
Nice outside leg kick from Kline. I'd like to see him set that up or follow it up with something instead of throwing the kick by itself. It seems to me Galbraith is getting the better of these exchanges from that middle ground here. He's being a little more active, working his dirty boxing a lot better than Kline. Okay, Kline would be more suited to stay on the outside and get back to setting that leg kick up with his hands. Outside leg kick again from Kline.
We've got a little
But again, you can see Galbraith is trying to close that distance and fire from inside the pocket. Nice jab from Galbraith, followed by a straight right hand. Put some more combinations like that together, and he'll be ending Kline's night early. We've got about 40 seconds left here in the first round. Both guys circling and working on the outside now.
The pace is slowed down.
Nice outside leg kick. I really like that outside leg kick from Kline. I just want to see him put it together inside of a combo. Nice little two-piece punch combo by Kline.
These two are swinging.
Galbraith quick to answer with a right hand from inside. We got 10 seconds left in this round, so we're going to go ahead and most likely see Kline's corner have the opportunity to put his face back together after these exchanges. Round number 2. And the debut fighter comes out, and he's done the most damage in this fight so far. If I was scoring that fight myself, I would probably score at 10-9 Galbraith. I thought that Kline showed us some stuff there. I mean, he's obviously durable. He wasn't going anywhere from the heavy shots of Galbraith. And he's got that nice outside leg kick. I just want to see him put it together. You know, right now he's throwing it as a standalone strike, and he's not going to finish the fight or maximize the possible potential for damage there if he doesn't start putting some hands in front of that thing or following that kick up with some boxing combos. Like I said, Alex, I think that Kline would be better suited this round here in the second as we head into it now to work more on the outside and really set that outside leg kick up. What do you think of the first round?
The first round was nothing but heavy hits from these two.
It was a barn burner for sure, and I'm looking forward to see if these guys come out and swing leather like that here in round number 2. We get a quick touch of the gloves, and both guys are back to the center of the cage. Front kick. Here we go, circle, circle. You can see Kline trying to work some feints and fakes in here. Straight right hand by Galbraith. Straight right by Kline, and now Kline is the aggressor. Kline is pushing in. His chin is straight up in the air, though, and he has not won these exchanges from that middle ground. I don't think anything went differently in that exchange. I thought Galbraith got the better of the exchange. Outside leg kick by Kline. And those are adding up. He's slowly ticking away at the leg of Galbraith. He needs to get busy with that jab, does Kline, if he wants to stay on the outside and make that kick, you know, as dangerous and as accessible as possible. Spinning back fist attempt by Kline. Nobody home. Overhand left by Kline. Straight right by Galbraith. And we are right back to Rock'em Sock'em Robots, Alex.
Kline seems to be setting the distance here and really just waiting for Galbraith to come in so he can take some big swings at him.
You can see these exchanges are wearing on Kline, though. He seems extremely tired right now here as we reach the midway portion of round number 2. Outside leg kick again. I think Galbraith could finish this. Big right hand by Kline. I think Galbraith could finish this fight if he just pushed on the gas pedal a little bit. He's been backing up Kline at these exchanges at this middle ground.
Kline is eating some big punches here.
Like I said, ultra tough. I don't think anybody's questioning the toughness of Spencer Kline in this one. Another big right hand by Galbraith. Kline shakes it off and tries to throw one back of his own. Big right hand over the top by Kline. And this is the casual fans fight, folks. You know, we aren't seeing anything technical here. What we are seeing is a brawl. And I like it. I enjoy it, you know. While I do enjoy the finer points of the technical side of mixed martial arts, every once in a while it's good to see a good old-fashioned fist fight.
Yeah, Kline is obviously tired here, but he is just pushing forward.
25 seconds left here in round number 2. I do believe, unless we get a big shot here, and we both know that both these guys are capable of one, I think we're going to see round number 3, I believe for the first time this evening. Oh, here we go. He doesn't really have a choke here. He's got unders on both sides, does Kline, so he is going to stay safe. We are headed to round number 3. And speaking of threes, we may have our third broken nose of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, because Spencer Kline, fourth broken nose, as I get corrected by the producer here, fourth broken nose of the evening, as Spencer Kline is leaking. I'm very impressed with the fact that Grant Galbraith can come in here with no experience, take on a 3-2 fighter and show the patience and the composure and the timing that he has so far in this bout. You know, it definitely shows me that he's got a good coach in his corner. You know, he's a very composed young man, and that you know, he's probably taking good direction. He probably spends a lot of time in the gym, and you definitely want to see that as we move on in the card. You know. We are about to get this cage door locked, and we are heading into the third and final round of this, our sixth bout of the evening. Here at LCS 27, you are watching live at home on Flow Combat. Touch of the gloves, and both fighters take the center of the cage. And we are right back to playing punchy face, ladies and gentlemen. Both these guys are just throwing and going all out, looking to take home the victory here tonight. Nice short right hook by Galbraith, and he is putting the pressure on. Like I said, I think the biggest difference for Galbraith is if he just steps on the gas. I have him up 2 rounds to none so far, 10-9 both rounds. Let's see what he can do here in the third to kind of put a stamp on this thing and take home his first W inside the cage. Galbraith working his dirty boxing here as Kline working his dirty boxing as Galbraith pulls guard, looking for an armbar or a possible triangle. Galbraith doing a good job, Kline doing a good job as he swims inside the guard. He needs to control that leg to avoid the omoplata or the triangle submission attempt from Galbraith. Doing a good job stacking Galbraith's guard is Kline. Galbraith in turn doing a good job of handling the composure and the posture of Kline and keeping his head down so he can't posture up and rain bombs or possibly get the pass on the guard here. We are at the halfway point of round number 3, our third and final round.
Both of these fighters just seem so exhausted right now.
That's a lot to go through in there. I mean, not just the physical activity, but the emotional and the mental side of it. You know, the huge adrenaline dump that you face as a combat sports athlete. You know, it's definitely something that you learn to deal with over time. And these guys are both young in their career, you know.
And as you said, this is the third round we've seen. These guys are really putting in a lot of work here.
It's hard for me to tell if that's a cut on Galbraith's eye. I do believe it is. And not just the blood of Kline. I do believe that's a cut over the eye of Galbraith. Also appears to be bleeding pretty profusely from the mouth. So far, if I'm going to score this round with 45 seconds left, I'm probably going to score it 10-9 for Kline. But in my opinion, I gave the first 2 rounds to Galbraith. Thus, you know, that says here in the last 30 seconds, Kline's going to have to do something, either pull off a submission or a TKO in order to secure the victory for himself. He is trying to work that triangle up, is Galbraith. Possible armbar here. Kline does a good job of keeping that arm safe as we head into the final 10 seconds of this, the third and final round here at LCS 27. And that is our final bell. We are going to end up with Kline on top and Mount Galbraith going for a mounted guillotine attempt from the bottom. Again, that's just one of those moves. It's a very low percentage. I don't think that I've ever seen someone finish it. And that is a nasty cut above the eye of Galbraith. And again, bleeding profusely from the mouth. It's going to be interesting to see how the judges score this one as we head into the cage here in a moment with Mike Kendall so that we can get that judge's decision. Again, in my opinion, Alex, I'm scoring it 29-28 for Galbraith. How did you score that contest?
Yeah, I've got it the exact same, actually, 29-28 Galbraith. You know, these two, this is definitely a fan's fight here. They came out and they put on a show.
Yeah, for an all-amateur card, all the fights this evening, they've come out and they've really put on a show. I mean, nobody's come in here ducking anybody. Nobody's come in here kind of pussyfooting around. Everybody has seemed to kind of toe the line and let that leather go this evening. we got the Midwest sexiest voice, ring announcer Mike Kendall heading into the ring with your winner here at LCS 27.
One judge scores about 29-28, Kline. Your third judge scores about 29-28 for your winner by split decision out of the blue corner, Grant Galbraith.